One reason that we procrastinate is because we don't have good systems to help us stick with the habits that are necessary for the things that we're working on. So what we end up doing is we kind of do things at a whim. We do things suddenly, we do things abruptly without having the proper structure. But when you have the proper structure in place, it's going to be easy for you to stay in a flow. And sometimes it's very easy to procrastinate when you're not in a flow because you don't feel like mustering up the strength. You don't feel like you're in the setting or the environment that is ripe enough for you to move how you really need to move. And sometimes we're trying to do innovative things in disorderly, chaotic, and stifling environments. And so it's great to be flexible, it's great to be open, it's great to be free, but it's also great to have structure. And so you can have structure in your innovation. You can have structure in the awesome new idea you have. You can have structure in the things that God has given you to do. So instead of saying, I'm going to write this book eventually, you can begin to say, I'm going to write on Thursdays and I'm going to write on Saturdays. I'm going to take time to identify systemic ways to ensure that I remain productive. So there's also this thing called habit stacking. It's a great book I recommend you check out called Atomic Habits by James Clear. He talks about how we do things habitually. So for instance, I pray every morning at about 3 or 4 a.m. And so after I pray, I attached to my habit of prayer is my habit of Bible reading. So I don't have to find a time to read my Bible. My habit of reading my Bible is attached to my prayer life. Or sometimes you go into a room in your house, and as soon as you enter into that room, what do? You have the habit of turning the light on. So what we can do is we can also create systems based on the good habits that we already have available to us. It's very important to have systems and structures for what we're doing because darkness rules in chaos and disorderly environments. Ignorance has power and authority when we don't have a clear pathway for where we're going and what we're looking to do. So we have to have systems and we have to have good habits. So here's a homework assignment for you. Look at your life, look at the things that you're trying to do, look at how you're spending your time, and see if you can find at least one new system or one new habit that you can add to your life to make things easier for you so that you don't wait to the last minute. If you have a system for it, you're not going to wait to the last minute. You're not going to wait until you're trying to build up and find the energy and find the moment and find the time. But if you do things with a regularity, you do things with a system, you're going to find more success. So find systems that work for you so that you can master your minute, so that you can have the power to manage and master your destiny.